Yeah, see, with that statistic, it just feels more... Well, it's not about it being populated, it's about it being lived in. And more... Like, the towns are much more decent size.
It looks real. It doesn't look like it was just something created for a video game. It actually looks real, and that's because modeled.
Yeah, and there's more of it. I think there's more space taken up where you get a lot of these towns and they're just a couple of buildings and that's it. You're out of it. There's not many roads off. And why are you stopping? If you know what I mean. This feels like the real. This is a real. Oh, it changes orange as soon as you do it. This is a Blazing Saddles reference for those who even know about that movie, but this feels like the real Rock Ridge. Please pull into the same way station that you pulled into last time. Where the other ones feel like the fake Rock Ridge. The decoy Rock Ridge. I bet you get to bypass the way station.
I do not. I have to do it as well.
At the roundabout, take the second exit. Exit down. Okay, let's find a new route. Stay left. Finding new route. Turn right.
Even in the distance, they've got the background distance a lot better in this, I think. It's far to me. In the background, the hill, the mountain, whatever it is, the size of it, but the way it looks, it gives you, hey, hang on. Oh, yeah, of course. Duh.
At the roundabout.
It just looks right for something that you'd think be that far away. Where, in most of this game I've driven around, I think more in ATS, well, ATS and ATS, but I think it's in both. Where the background hills and mountains, you just pull out in front of me. You Americans, you don't know anything about roundabouts, do you? You're still getting used to them. You don't know how they work. I'm on the roundabout, that I have the right of way. You give way to me. So, and they look a lot closer. The size of them looks incorrect for the distance, how far away they're supposed to be. That's what I've always found with the backgrounds. And this looks, these hills in the background, that's what you'd see in real life, I think. We're in the old ATS, well, not the old one, but in other parts of ATS and ETS, those hills were supposed to be that far away, but they'll be a lot bigger and look a lot clearer. They're a lot more blurry. And now they're a lot closer, but it still gives a great impression of the correct distance they are away from you, which is something that I always found lacking in this game with the background. They never had the right look for how far away they were trying to make them look. Which is probably confusing as heck, but yeah, no, they've done a fantastic job of this DLC. And as technology gets on and they get better at things, it's going to be exciting to see where we end up. Where SCS is going to end up. Where are you? Yeah. Are you behind me?
Yeah, there's that car that that's... Didn't want to decide which lane it wanted to be in.
Oh, look at all the scenery we missed driving here in the dark. There was a nice pond or lake there, and...
That lake is there in real life.
Oh, I'm speeding.
Go straight.
Take a right. Maybe we'll end up like FS22 and getting better with new technology. Yeah. The only thing about it though is that SES clearly know what they're doing. I'll just leave it there. I don't remember SES bringing out an update, a patch to the game which broke things.
Exit right. Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
There's definitely a lot more detail too. The foliage and everything, I think, the grass and...
Definitely.
Oh, is it raining? Oh! Told you I can't drive this thing straight. I actually visit service here. I was actually I looked to the left and I saw a drop on my window, so I went to look behind me to see if the it was raining and it was coming in my window behind me in my bedroom. And I thought, well, it's a straight road. I'm pretty sure I've got it straight. And how much damage did I do to the cargo? 6%. Oh well, I'll be fine.
Well, some of your customers will be getting mid-speed.
I was just tenderising the meat for them.
Yeah.
So you get a nice tender bit of rump steak tonight, you can thank me. I have no 16th gear, 18th gear. That car really did some damage. So I've got 4.5 hours of driving this. My poor wee truck.
Yeah, there is nothing in the way of repair shops along the way here.
Yeah, I wasn't going to bother until we got to where we're going.
Go straight.
Oh, look at this, the world's most happy cattle. Not anymore. Not since I got hold of them. invented a whole new job listing, cattle therapist.
Go straight.
Oh, I had an ambulance starting to pull out in front of me then. Triceratops. Nice. Yeah, I did, didn't I? I'm now delivering cattle and manure. Yeah, and the worst bit about this whole thing on Causy's mind is that he's here and he wasn't able to clip it.
Yep, just my luck, isn't it?
I think the last 2 days I've had more accidents than I have in the last sort of 6 months or so combined. Well, probably not. Probably I've done more damage in the last 2 days of crashes than I've done in all the crashes in the last 6 months. That's probably more right. My poor truck. You can replay the video and clip, can do it on the VOD. Yeah, I'll be busy. He's got plenty of footage to go through. A lot of clipping to do. He's going to wear his scissors out at this rate.
Yeah.
And that is now incorrect. It's now 1 hour and 28 minutes. Just remember a little better that it's 1 hour and 27 mark. 1 hour, yeah, 1 hour, probably 1 hour 20 somewhere around there.
Go straight.
This is the tiny town of Jordan. It only has a population of about 300 something. But there are still buildings even in this tiny town that were faithfully recreated.
It's just more spread out.
Go straight.
And if this is the indication of what they're going to do with Texas, no wonder they're taking their time with Texas. Obviously, Texas is a huge state, so it would take a bit of time. But
See this mural over here? That's a real thing.
And I wonder if they're going to do it with the West Balkans DLC for ATS. Not that I apparently need to play it anymore. I thought this was American Truck Simulator. Apparently it's International Truck Simulator. We've already been to Sydney, Australia. Now we've been to Jordan country. Actually reminds me, I saw a DM from him today. He sent me a couple of days ago. I should reply. I think I know which map he's doing next, by the looks of it. Yeah, he put a post in Discord, Mike, about something to do with the new map, so which he posted today, I think, and the DM I got was a couple of days ago. Because I showed him a map ages ago, which is the map I wanted to move to in the next stream. Whether I get to do that now, God knows when they finish the contracts. Fix the contracts, not finish them, fix them. They've already finished them. They finished them off. Can't use them, but once they fix them. But apparently he found one in the mod hub that's similar. So I don't know if he was informing me, he was telling me it was a really good map, or that, you know, as in that's what I'm going to do next, or he was informing me as me to have it, check it out, because he's unaware of my current opinion of Giants and Farming Simulator. Even the countryside is way better. There's just a lot more detail in this DLC than the others.
It certainly is. And it's realistic. I mean, if you look at this stretch of road on Google Street View, this is the kind of thing you will say.
Trying to read while I'm driving. Probably have the same result of me trying to look at the windows, see if it's raining in there. Know how much better it is over 19, so maybe he doesn't, but hasn't had all the bug problems that the others have had. Well, it says game style. Because he's not doing much in the way of contracts at the moment. So he wasn't doing huge production value, and he is sort of doing it now with the furniture. But that problem was fixed anyway. Well, not really. I mean, they still reduced the amount of pellets being produced, and then even though they upped it a little bit, it's still not the same as before. But he didn't have the problem, like he wasn't doing production like everyone had when Giants did that, and everyone lost their products and couldn't load their saved games because of it. He's sort of, because he's doing the Let's Plays of it, he's sort of doing the same thing, and it's just the old way I used to play, you know? Starting off with equipment and stuff, which I can't, I just can't do that. I need to build, I need a challenge, and which for me, obviously, like normally all the bugs have never affected me. People like with 19 had a problem with the wheels and complained about it. Fair enough too, because people were having a problem with the wheels that they used in 17 without any issues. So there's no excuse to bring out the next version of the game and then there'd be problems with something that you didn't have in the previous versions, if you know what I mean. So I get that, where people were coming from that, but I never had that problem with it. My wheel worked fine. People have had problems with their mod settings being reset after a patch. I didn't have that problem either. Then again, I wasn't playing it much, but I was playing it on multiplayer and I didn't have that problem, so the only problem that's really affected me is the contract. Because it's a huge problem. It affects a lot of people. Well, everyone's affected by it. It's not like people, you know, it's only affecting some people. It isn't and it isn't. It's not affecting some people because some people don't play using contracts. They go straight in with their own farms. You know, they have equipment like you do with starting off with whatever the easier game modes. But when you start from scratch, and like a lot of people do, and rely on the contracts to build their money, and you can't access those contracts because of the bug that they brought in with the patch 1.5, it's a bit of a pain. But like I said, that it's everyone that is having that problem. It's just not everyone uses the contracts to be affected by it. That's one of the biggest threads on the Giants forum. In the English one, I don't know about the German one, but I know that there is a German forum on it. I just didn't see. I can't speak German, so I don't know which one it would be, or how many people mentioned it.
Go straight.
So I'll be doing our next delivery at night time. So in general, yeah, for what he does, it doesn't really affect him, all those bugs.
Go straight.
And with the new suit, if he does
Go straight.
with the new map using contracts, probably by then it'll be fixed.
Stay right, and then continue straight. Go straight. Stay right, and then turn right.
Just look at the detail. Chris Meat Mark, hey, I got a deal for you. I've got some diced beef in the back here.
If Chris wants to cut out the middleman.
Yeah, and the other thing he doesn't know about my feelings on Farming Sim is because when I'm streaming, he's asleep, number one. So he wouldn't have seen those. He hasn't got time to watch my streams or the VODs. As we all know, well, as you and I know, and everyone that knows Frith, he's a busy lad, even more so with his wife's health, the way it's been of late. And because we don't talk that often anymore.
Stay right, and then turn right.
We used to talk a lot when we were setting up the Discord and sorting the Discord out and everything else like that. We used to have meetings once a week. The admins and Frith were after his streams. But since everything's running smoothly and has been for a long time on the Discord, there hasn't been any need to converse over that. And as most things, as time goes on, things change, lives change. So we haven't really had the opportunity or the need to communicate, except for the occasional "how's it going?" "how's the family?" every now and then. I mean, as far as he's concerned, probably is what I'd do is I'd hunt every day at the new mods on Farming Sim and suggest new mods and look for new mods, and he would ask if I could find this. He's looking for a mod like this, can I keep an eye out for it and all that kind of stuff. He's probably unaware that I don't do that anymore. I haven't looked at mods or anything like that for a long time.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
So he's probably thinking that I haven't got back to him about mods because I haven't seen a decent enough mod, not that I've had enough of the game. Well, this is awkward. It seems like where we're delivering this, they would prefer to have them more alive, the cattle. It's not a meatworks we're delivering them to.
Well, I'm sure they can
Here we are.
adapt to the situation.
Yeah, just try and help people out, and that's what happens. You get it wrong. Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, like I said, it all changes. It was all at the beginning, it was all new thing and everything else, but people's lives have moved on, people have gone to other different things, Mike. And, it's just the way it is. Well, I'm going to head back into town and fix my poor truck up.
Okay.
No, I don't know where you are. Can I drive around here? And then I'll probably go off and make my coffee.
Yes, let's go.
Since it's close enough. And we need to get a new delivery, which will probably end up being back here now, more like. After driving out of here. Can I get it sideways? Not really. I thought it was going, but no.
Oh, where'd the rain come from?
The sky?
Get ready to turn right.
My guess.
No, I dropped off my delivery. It wasn't raining. I come back and there's all this rain.
Turn right.
It's not raining for me, I can tell you that. I'm keeping ahead of it, apparently.
Get ready to turn right.
Yeah, not a good time for the engine to stop, let alone not start again, right at an intersection where I need my brakes. Oh, now it's raining. It's caught up to me. Is that the same Texaco truck we've been following? What did they do, go and fill the farm up with the diesel and stuff? Can I put, oh, still, they haven't fixed that. Will they fix that? There's a question to ponder for till the end of time. Will SES stop you from putting your head through the window, so you actually have to use the function of putting the window down that they put into the game? Because I mentioned it before, when I say before, quite a lot of times, that bringing in the ability to put your window down is rather pointless when you can do that when the window's up.
Turn left.
Flashing red light, I'm guessing it means it's more of a giveaway situation here than wait for a green light.
Flashing red light means it stops.
Go straight. Stay right, and then continue straight.
I'm having the engine cut out more now, but
Go
I'm
straight.
not doing the delivery then when I was doing the delivery.
Stay left, and then turn left. Turn left.
This is annoying. It means we're going to do another delivery during the blooming night, so I don't get the scenery of this lovely state called Montana.
Well, if you go and make your coffee, like you were planning on doing, that'll kill some of the night. Hopefully we'll get to see more day.
No, I can't start the engine. It's giving me a bit of getting me used to My Summer Car. That's what this is doing. The game knows I'm playing My Summer Car tomorrow, streaming that, so it's thinking, you know what? Let's get you used to My Summer Car with constantly breaking down and crashing. Oh my god! Again. This is sort of like the equivalent of someone who's, you know, injured and starts walking to the hospital and is just losing blood so much that by the time he gets about, you know, pretty close to the hospital, he ends up crawling into the front door instead of walking. That's what my truck is doing. It was running to the hospital, now it was walking, now it's crawling. And now it's gone into dragging itself along the floor. Since that set of lights, the last set of lights I was at, it has cut out 5 times.
Wow.
This is where it ends.
So I see.